Hello and what's up? How are you doing today? My name is Jane. Once again, welcome to Tea Time with Jay. Today I don't have tea. As you can see, I'm in my gym clothes. Was doing some exercises. Today we are drinking water. Okay, we're drinking water today. Now, an ice bag is something that is very beautiful when you see it in the top. From the top view, it's a very beautiful thing. It's the ice bag, you just see the nice shape of the ice bag, but underneath, what has gone through the entire process by the time that ice bag is there. You know, what has been the process of that ice bag. Now, I'll tell you about my ice bag. When I finished school, I was very clear. In my mind, I was so clear because I was in various clubs in school. You know, there's drama club, there's sports, there's wildlife, there's different clubs, you know, in school. So for me, I was in so many of them. Like it was a problem because I just wanted to be everywhere, you know. I'm in drama, I'm in wildlife, you know, I'm in, I don't know, scouts, first aid, I was in everything. So now, but when I finished school, I knew I want to work for the KWS. I wanted to work for wildlife. Flora and fauna was my thing, you know. So I knew definitely I finished school, I go to some wildlife college. I don't even know how I came up with this, but you know, I liked everything wildlife, you know. I liked how the guys looked in uniform, they just looked nice, and I was envisioning myself being in those green uniform, you know, being a hero in the Masai Mara or in the whatever, in the game parks, saving lives, you know. So yeah, flora and fauna was my thing. So I finished school and I had found out where to apply for the college. I applied for the KWS college and I got a letter to go and join. The school was in Naromoro. Clearly, I had no idea where Naromoro was at that time. You know, I didn't know where Naromoro was, but I knew wherever Naromoro is, it's in Kenya anyway, and I'll just go and join because I'll be doing what I love. So I gave to my parents, I showed them, they were like, we don't think so. First and foremost, if something happens to you in Naromoro, we don't know where to find you. We don't know where to start. So I'm like, but Naromoro is just in Central Province somewhere. They were like, no. Listen, we have another plan. And so that's how my detour started. That's how my love for wildlife, that's how I was tricked out of my wildlife dreams, you know. And so at that point, my mom's friend, who was a stay-at-home mom, but she used to do catering, she used to do baking and all that stuff. So she came and told my mom, you know what, this college that I attended is amazing. And since I had been in Catholic schools all through, so this was perfect. It was a Catholic college. It was, you know, so in terms of discipline and everything, my mom was like, good, that's where you're going. So I was like, I became very rebellious about it. I was like, no, come on, how can I do catering? In the first place, in high school, I didn't even do home science. I dropped home science because I didn't like anything to do with home science. I didn't. You know, kitchen was not my thing. So why am I doing, how will I be doing catering now? So my mom was like, yeah, no, trust me, this is what you're going to do. It's a nice school, it's a nice college. And anyway, I'm paying the school fee. So how many choices do you have? I was so pissed off. So anyway, my dad called me aside for a meeting, you know, and he was like, my dad has a way of talking me out of stuff. Like, he just has a way of talking me out of stuff. So he called me, he said, look, come, let's talk. I know you want to do your wildlife thingy. Yes, that's fine. But look at it this way. when you finish college and at one point you want to be self-employed, how can you be self-employed if you've done wildlife? How will you self-employ yourself with your wildlife lessons or whatever you learn there? But look at this catering. You are able to employ yourself. You can do your catering, outside catering. You can have your own restaurant. You can be baking at home like Mama King is doing. So it has all the positives. Look at it this way. And if you finish and you feel like it's not your thing, then at that point you can change. But for now, I strongly advise you do your catering. Okay, so I joined the college. The college is part of Kianda, and Strathmore is it's called Kibondeni, and it's part of the Opus Dei. So yeah, very staunch Catholics, and it was fun. It was nice actually. I loved my time there. I loved the time that I was there. You know, so yes, it was not my thing, but again, I did it and I loved it. So when we finished, I did. Attachments here and there, and it was fun actually. You know, when you're doing attachments, you don't realize real life might be different, but for me attachments were fun. My mom somehow had connections here, left, right and center, and yes, I did Panafric, then I went to Nyali Beach, and then eventually, you know, life happened. So after my attachments, and now we finished college and I'm hustling out there, I got some job at a lady's place. I think this lady was my mom's friend. So I think she was like, wacha msichana wako akuje tu shikilie hapa. So I went to work there, Kenyatta Market. Guys, if you know Kenyatta Market, it's not the Kenyatta Market for Nyama, it's Kenyatta Market behind the hospital. As you go to Mbagathi, there was a place there with just some vibandas there. It's not like permanent shops. It was like, yeah, semi-permanent shops. And I was there in that kibandaski. We were selling food and I had to report to work at 6 a.m. Mind you, I live in Isili, okay? And now in this place, which is in Kenyatta, I have to report at 6 a.m., meaning I have to leave my house at 5 a.m. for me to be there at 6 a.m. Guys, if you know Isili or Eastlands, 5 a.m. as a lady walking around in the morning, man, you'll be mugged. But I thank God nothing happened to me. I thank God nothing happened to me. Because at that point, you're most likely you're taking the first public transport from that place, from Isili, for the people who are going to the market, the ladies who are going to the market. So yeah, but I had very, you know, like, it's good to grow up with people and be in very good terms with people, because for me, I was so lucky. I was picked like just next to our gate, because the place where we used to live was risky. There was a slum. And so I arranged with this friend of mine. He used to drive one of those matatus, and he was like, no, I'll come pick you from the gate, because my shift starts in the morning. So I'll pick you from the gate, and I'm picking those ladies, market ladies, also in the same direction. So I was lucky. I thank God for that. And yeah, so I worked in this place, this kibanda, I think for a few months. I don't remember how many months, but I felt misplaced. Oh my goodness, I felt so misplaced, but I thanked God for the opportunity, because every time I would deliver food to the people around that area, because we used to cook and deliver to whoever has ordered, they would look at me like, are you a sister to the owner, or are you? Yeah, I looked misplaced, to be honest, and it's not in a bad way, but yeah. But I used to just thank God. I used to do it with gratitude. I used to be joyful. I never, ever despised that job in any way. I just did it with all, you know, I gave it all, my all. You know, there's somebody, I don't remember if it's Maria Foleo. I think Marie Foleo, something, she said she had a quote: show up in every single moment like you're meant to be there. Like, show up like you're meant to be there every single moment. And that's what I did. I used to show up like I belonged there, yeah. And so in a few months, I think God blessed me, and I moved from there, and I went to work. I got a job in Strathmore College. Then it was Strathmore College. Now it's Strathmore University. Yeah. So Strathmore University, I went there as a housekeeper. Yeah. Man, that was it. That was my best job. Why? Because I had come from the kibandas. Now I'm in Strathmore school. I didn't care what I was doing there, but I was working there and I was grateful, housekeeping job. I leave it to you to figure out what housekeeping job is in Strathmore or in an institution, in any institution. What is housekeeping? Yeah, I'll leave it to you to figure out. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. Yeah. No, I'm just excited when I just step back to where I've come. But yes, so the reason I'm sharing this is for us to know that in every story, someone has definitely has had a process. There's a process, because now when I joined Strathmore as a housekeeper for some time, I thank God, because I think this quote was in my head, like, just show up every moment like you belong, and that's what you're meant to be there. That's what I did. I used to be so happy mopping those corridors and all that, and yeah, and we had fun. Yeah. And so after that, I think they saw potential in me, and they moved me from housekeeping. They moved me to catering department. So I went and I was in the cafeteria department. I was so grateful and happy. Like, wow, now I'm not going to be mopping the corridors. Now I've been promoted to the section, to the food area. I was so happy and grateful. Yeah. So every process, God prepares you. God prepares you for the next level. So never despise your humble beginnings. Never despise your humble beginnings. So then, after a while in my in the catering department, I got a job through word of mouth. I got a job at Wilson Airport. Hey, guys. By the way, let's go backwards. When I was young, I used to say, when I grow up, I want to be a air hostess. To be honest, I never knew much about what it meant, but I was just saying, because we used to live in, Isili, next to the airport. Is it an airport? Air base, because it's for the army. It's an air base. And every time I saw those planes taking off and landing, I was like, one day I want to work in these planes, so I want to be a air hostess. So when I got a job at Wilson Airport, I was so excited. I was happy. I didn't even want to know what I'm going to do there. I was like, yay, Wilson Airport, here I come. I went home. I was so happy. I was excited, and I was sad to leave my old job, because we had such a good team. We were all young. We all understood each other. We spoke the same language. Like, we understood each other, and it was fun to just work with students, because Strathmore was just all students. It was just fun to see them, and it gave me motivation that, one day you could be in this, doing these courses, or one day you will be somebody. And so when I got the Wilson Airport, I was so very, very, very happy, and I was grateful. And now I will tell you the next story once you subscribe. Okay, part 2 coming soon. Thank you.